Greetings, salutations, happy Monday, August the 3rd, 2026. Welcome to Backstage, the daily show for entrepreneurs, founders, visionaries, and builders who are ready to stop waiting in the wings and let their stories power their growth. Happy Monday. I hope you're having a good day. It's a rainy, stormy day here in the New York City area, but the beat goes on, and yeah, we'll be sweating and have rain on us a little bit, but you know, that's the way it goes in this sort of summer monsoon, if you will. I read an interesting article that I thought was kind of relevant to the ongoing discussions about social media and how the trends right now. So if you're of a certain age, you remember something other than Facebook, right? Do you remember what came before Facebook? That's right. I think I remember there was Foursquare, but MySpace. MySpace was huge for a minute. I mean, quite huge. And then Facebook took over. And now Facebook's sort of I don't know. A lot of people are saying it's a dumpster fire. People are saying, I don't really, I keep it as a repository of connections around the world. But other than that, I really don't particularly like it. But this is this is literally e-news online. I saw it on a few other things. Headline, MySpace. This is from July 31st. So not that long ago. MySpace is coming back. And if you don't know what it is, you're too young to click in. Gone but never forgotten. MySpace's owners confirmed they still plan to relaunch the site that once dominated the social spheres of the 2000s. More than 20 years since MySpace launched, making and breaking friendships and allowing users to show off their music taste, the site's owners Chris Vanderhook and Tim Vanderhook confirmed they're planning to relaunch the platform. So I was looking at the reasons why they're hinting or saying explicitly why this is the right time. And, you know, it comes down to basically that the owners are arguing that people are exhausted by the social media that's optimized for algorithmic feeds, outrage, addictive engagement, creator pressure. And one of them is that a lot of people are reporting that, whether it's LinkedIn or TikTok or wherever, they feel like they are needing to perform there instead of connect there. They feel like performance spaces. So let's see. Yeah, people increasingly describe Instagram, TikTok, X, and LinkedIn as places where they perform rather than connect. Also, with the AI flooding the internet with content, it's making everything just seem a lot less compelling. I got a call over the weekend, and it said it was from some government agency doing a survey. And they called twice, and it was labeled this federal agency calling about a survey. And, I thought, well, it is labeled. I use a pretty major carrier, so the label's probably accurate. But there's so much stuff that's faked as accurate, faked as real, that I just didn't answer. And I think I'm pretty in good company with that. I think that's the case for social media too. The more fake stuff you see on there, you think, well, this isn't even real. It just reduces its value. But one of the other reasons is that there's a sense that perhaps smaller communities are going to replace giant town squares. So things like Discord servers, Substack, group chats. A lot of people are on WhatsApp group chats. I get a little tired of the group chats, but a lot of people use them. But niche forums, essentially. And, younger users are not, that never went to Facebook. I mean, I have Gen Z friends I have this one friend, she said, my Facebook page is for my parents. I don't even use it. I just keep it out there so they can see that I'm alive or, something along those lines. So, but here was the thing that really struck me is that MySpace just kind of disappeared. I guess these two brothers eventually bought the platform and MySpace sat there, but they've been sitting on it this whole time. And they've been waiting for the right time when it would be relevant. Now, what does this mean for you and me? I think this reinforces a really important point. And that is the projects that you work on and the projects that you work on, and I don't want to say abandon, but that you work on them to a point You learn from them, you put them down. Never count them out. They are part of your repertoire moving forward. And sometimes you have a great idea, but the timing just isn't right. It has nothing to do with how great the idea is. The timing isn't right, and conditions will change, and the timing will be right. So a couple of things from this. Number one, don't stop creating new stuff. Keep trying them out. And number two, put it in your pocket. Don't count it out. Keep it there. I've got so many little things I've done. I've talked about this before, trying out different platforms to see how they are, and then, letting them go for a while and waiting until that they're relevant to me. Same is true for these types of endeavors. So you might have a really great idea. You spend some time researching it, maybe even starting it, maybe even have a little success, but then it peters out. But the timing just isn't right. It's okay because, it may come back in a new form. Now, we don't know if MySpace is actually going to make it. But one of the premises is, I think it's based on a real trend, which is that people are getting fatigued from these large algorithm-driven social media platforms. And people will always want to connect with other people. And so the race is on to figure out I was just asking over the weekend, what's the next thing? Now, how does this relate to, for example, if you're doing talks or you're promoting, messaging or whatever? I think that this goes into the power of your talk to make people feel connected and feel something deeply human, that's going to be the most powerful use of social time, talking about whatever it is, even tech, maybe even especially tech. I think investing in the human stories around this, it really is where the gold's at in terms of, building a brand, but also building a rationale for why your product or service should matter, because there's just so many options on the shelf. And in the US, there's more options than, you go to the grocery store, go down the cereal aisle. Do you ever get, I don't buy cereal hardly ever, but, if you look down the aisle, it's literally like a mile long. How do you make any decisions? I think people are pretty much fatigued from wading through stuff that they're not sure is real and having to make too many decisions. And I think, when you can show up and create an experience for somebody that makes them feel human, see themselves better, understand the world better, and feel connected with you and with others, that's the kind of powerful moment that the social media platform, or at least, what they're talking about, MySpace, is going to try to create is, niche communities around a particular subject matter, like music, for example, or something like that. So anyway, I hope that helps keep you going on your creative journey. Keep creating. You can put things on a shelf and dust them off every once in a while. Think, is this relevant now? It may just be. I hope that's your good inspiration for this week. What project could you take another look at to maybe give yourself an unfair advantage in whatever condition you're in? All right, I'm going to leave it there. Please share this with a friend, colleague, a fellow visionary who wants to build and wants a little inspiration along the way. Thanks, as always, for listening. Be good to yourself and others, and we will check back again with you tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.